What's up everybody? Chris Helms here, Helms Landscape Design, and today I wanted to do a video on what not to do or how not to install synthetic turf. We are up here in Spring, Texas, and this homeowner called us because we did one of their neighbors' properties, putting green, turfed their backyard, came out fantastic, and they got another different company to come out and put synthetic turf on their side yard for a little dog run, and it came out absolutely horrible. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but there's a lot of waviness to the turf. There's a sinkhole that's developed kind of midway back, and I'm gonna run through a couple things that we don't do that other turf companies are starting to do, or just lawn guys. They don't know a lot about turf, they don't know the proper techniques, and we wanna try to help those guys, help you as a consumer to learn more about synthetic turf, so that way, if the cheaper guy, you're just looking at the price, you understand what you're going to get versus what you're going to get from a quality company. One thing I want to show you right here is there's no nailer board along the edges. So we put a 4-inch composite nailer board just like this right here, all the way around the perimeter. And what that does is that allows us to help hold the base in place when we compact it. And also we use a pneumatic stapler to staple the top of the turf to this nailer board, so you don't actually ever see the nailer board, but it's functional and it's there for you. I would advise not to use roofing nails in your synthetic turf. Whoever did this just was not doing a good job. They don't know a lot about turf or turf installs, and so that's one thing right off the bat. So another thing, this is not pavers, okay? This is paver sand, okay? This is not the way you install synthetic turf, okay? We're gonna use a minimum of a 3-inch gravel base, and at Helms Landscape Design, we use a minimum of 4 inches. We don't mess around. I'd rather spend the extra money on the extra gravel and get this done for you right. Okay, let's walk down here. Let's check out this first seam that we've got. So again, we've got these nails holding this together. We've got more paver base, just paver sand, and we've got no synthetic seam tape or glue. So when you put synthetic turf together in a seam, there needs to be synthetic seam tape and then professional strength synthetic glue. I don't want to see no Gorilla Snot from Home Depot. This needs to be synthetic turf glue on your seams. The seams need to be done properly, and we'll do a video on how to properly do seams here in the future. But for right now, you see all these nails are sticking up. It's just not a good install. Right over here, well, one thing we do when we come to valve covers is we are going to make sure these valves are at the same level as the turf. They're not all wonky like this is. And we're also going to glue a piece of turf to the top of this, punch a little finger hole in it, so that way it's very hidden, but you can still access your irrigation valves. As we come down here, I don't know if you can see it, but this turf is real wavy because the base is not done properly. And also, what this contractor should have done is tell this homeowner when they were digging this out, hey, we need to put another rot board on the bottom of your fence, because we're afraid that this is gonna blow out. And that's exactly what this did. So you've got a huge gap underneath the fence there where the basically the dirt, because they didn't use any gravel, this is just basically mud, is just washing into the neighbor's property. That's not good. Your neighbor's not going to like you. Your pet's going to continue to be muddy, which is the whole reason you put the turf in the first place, and your yard is going to just look terrible. So consumers out there, don't always go with the cheap guy. It costs more in the long run to use the cheap guy. So make sure your turf company is vetted, ask to see some of the projects, read the reviews, make sure you're getting a quality install, and we'll do some more videos on this in the future. And if you can go to www.helmslandscapedesignllc.com and learn more about our turf installs in the future.